Hello, you Teslonians. Welcome back to another video here in Tesla Sheep's channel. So today I want to talk you guys through the newest update that we got. So I already did a highway test and a little introduction to 2020.32.3, the brand new spanking update that we got with all this power wall coordination, car left open notification. We got close window unlock, which I love still, and notification history, and all those little features that we got. It's really good. It's a little update, but for some people it's tremendously, like, it's just a big update. So I'm really excited. So I want to take you guys through a really nice road test. So I want to see how it performs, the autopilot performs in regular city streets, city roads. So we'll take it through stop signs and red lights and all that stuff. So let's go. Let's put it on reverse and reverse it up. So it's just plugged in here for a second. That's not me farting, that's actually the that's actually the seat moving, and I have this little extra center console leather thingy over here. I don't know, you guys can't see that, so that like rubs between and it makes that sound. It's weird. I know, but anyway, we are just gonna go through here, and it's gonna be a little quick drive. It's about 15-kilometer drive, so we will encounter a bunch of traffic signals and traffic lights, and at the end I'll take you guys through a little neighborhood area and show you guys how it does in terms of stop sign and autopilot without lines, basically. So I'll show you all that. So yeah, we're ready, we're good to go. Oh, and by the way, I want to turn on the fan, but let me tell you guys a little tip. If you guys want to turn on the fan without it bringing up the fan setting, so basically when you want to turn on fan for your Model 3 or Model Y, you press this and it brings out this whole thing, right? But if you don't want that, all you gotta do is, let me turn it off, just press this one where the temperature would be, just touch that, tap that one, the fan is on, and it won't bring out that whole setting thing. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna pop it on autopilot now. The speed limit is 50 and I set it to 60, and I won't be pressing the pedals at all, only when I'm taking turns, and I will be confirming the signals by pressing the stock. So let's see how it does. So right now we have a red and there's cars in front of me. There are cars in front of me, so it won't really do anything. It won't matter. So let me just pop on the backup camera so you guys can see what's behind me also. So right now I didn't confirm, I didn't press any pedals or anything. I'm still being safe and holding on to the steering wheel, but I'm not moving it. I'm just holding on to let the car know that I'm here, and yeah, so it's doing a pretty good job. As always, autopilot, straight line, it's perfect. So let's try a lane change. So I'm gonna change a lane to the left right now, and it's immediate, it's instant. That's how it's supposed to be, and it's saying that stopping for traffic, but there's a follow vehicle in front of me, but it's trying to stop, so I confirmed it. So that was kind of weird. Anyhow, the speed limit, let's increase that because it didn't do it by itself, so I have to manually press that. So that's another issue. So Navigate on autopilot have improved tremendously. It has improved a lot, but regular autopilot on roads like this with traffic signals and stuff still need a lot more work to be done. So this one, it went through fine. It's only some signals that it's kind of hesitant, but so far so good. So I'm trying to do, let's do another lane change to the right side. So see how it does. There's a car beside me. As you can see, there was a car, but it did a pretty good job. That guy was honking for the other guy he was turning, but not me. So he was, and he's going fast. Man, he's mad at that guy. I don't know what he did, but anyhow, again, this signal follow through, no problem. Using that Honda in front of us as a follow vehicle, so it's not doing a, I mean, it's doing a great job so far. It didn't you know, slam on the brake or anything. Doing a pretty good job, and it saw that signal again, but there was a follow vehicle, so it's following that. This Hyundai just merged into my lane, and it slowed down for that, and then now it's speeding up slowly. So far, no complaints. Now we're coming up to that signal. It's gonna go red, I think. It's 4, 3, 2, and I confirmed it. So this is what happened. So we were coming out on speed, and I can see that number on the side. It was, you know, counting down for the pedestrian, so I know that it's gonna turn red. And the car, I confirmed it, so there was no follow vehicle in front of me, so I confirmed it. It was green, but then it turned into amber, and the car saw that, and it had safe distance, and the car slowed down and stopped, came to a complete stop. So that was really, really good, and that was fantastic. I give it a double thumbs up for that. So that was really, really good. And now we're just waiting for the light to turn. So I'm getting ready to press the confirm, and beautiful. The only thing is that it's, so compared to the first ever update that we got with the traffic control, it's better at accelerating forward, but it's not Tesla fast. But it is, you know, fast enough for other gas vehicles. You know, when they accelerate, they don't accelerate too hard. So for me, I'm really used to, again, I gotta confirm because there's no follow vehicle. I'm used to the Tesla acceleration, and yeah, when it's behind a vehicle, it accelerates faster, but when there's no vehicle in front of me, now it's slowing down. Okay, the speed, that's good. So I gotta confirm again. So it slowed down because the speed limit, and it's speeding up again, but the speed limit here is 50, so I gotta go 60. So I wish Tesla could read speed limits. Hopefully that's coming out in the rewrite of the software. Fingers crossed. But yes, reading speed limit is important, because sometimes it thinks that the speed limit is, you know, in Toronto they changed the speed limit quite a lot. They dropped the speed limit, so we used to have some roads 80, so I gotta confirm, it's starting to slow down. We had speed limit of, you know, 80 kilometer an hour, then they dropped it to 70. So it needs to read speed limit in order to be more useful. But in terms of, you know, navigating in between and changing lanes, it's phenomenal. So we're climbing down. There's a red light right in front of me. There are cars waiting. Now it's turned green, so should be fine. And we do have a follow vehicle in front of me, but it's a little further away. I don't know if it's gonna use it. Yeah, now we're close that it will use it as a follow vehicle. It should. So let's see how it does. Okay, pretty good, really good. So let's try to change lanes. So I'm gonna move to the right lane this time. So I didn't touch anything. it was instant. It was really, really instant. There was this Cadillac trying to merge, but he's not going to. It's a good thing. And now I'm gonna turn to the other lane. There is no follow vehicle. Let's see what it does. Okay, so the line was green for a second, but then it turned red because it was following this Ford on the other lane. But then when I changed, there was no follow vehicle. So it needs to have follow vehicle in front of me at all times in order to go through through a green light. But I'm sure that Tesla will. It was a little jerky over here, so it accelerated and then slowed down and then accelerated again. That's weird, but it's not a big deal. But again, yeah, I'm pretty sure Tesla would really, when they do the rewrite, they will, it will eventually get to where you don't need to confirm every single time. It will, the AI, Elon is actually tweeting about this on Twitter. So again, perfect. That they're actually developing a supercomputer. It's called Dojo. So what it does is it collects all the information that you get from Autopilot, and then it puts it in one computer, and that one computer, that supercomputer, actually, the AI kind of collects all that data and improves upon Autopilot. So instead of the car, doing all the work, the supercomputer will do majority of the work, but then your car will just, follow and improve upon that. So that's a great idea. I really love that. And I'm pretty sure the AI will get better in terms of, predicting red lights, in terms of predicting people moving into your lane. So again, we have a follow vehicle. But yeah, in terms of predicting vehicle moving into your lane, it's actually doing a pretty good job nowadays. So I'm gonna have to confirm because, let's see, yeah, it's red. There was no follow vehicle. Close enough, at least. Yeah, in terms of predicting vehicle moving into your lane, it's actually pretty good. It actually predicts that way better, as you all saw on my highway test. It's predicting that really good. So I'm going to change to the left lane again, put on the signal, and as you can see, it's not okay. So it didn't recognize the left lane for a long time. If you rewind back and look at the footage, it didn't recognize the left lane. It happens to me on this road, so usually you don't recognize some part of the left lane. It's kind of weird. I talked to Tesla, I talked to you all about that too. It's just the network is neural net is like, it's just weird. I don't know. So hopefully it gets fixed on the rewrite. So I'm hoping for the rewrite to be a big change. Again, when we're behind a vehicle, it accelerates really fast. And that lane change, even though it didn't recognize the lane for a long time, when it did, it moved in and it was slowing down at the same time, and I was doing a pretty good job. So we're at speed. So the speed limit here again is 50 kilometer an hour, but it's saying that the max speed is 60. But no, it's actually 50 kilometer an hour. I offset it to 10, so it's kind of, the speed limit is all over the place. So they should actually look into the speed limit because it's kind of off. It's what do you say? How do you say it? It's misleading. But other than that, I don't really have any problem with stoplights so far. It's doing a fantastic job actually. And in terms of slowing down, so we're slowing down, and now it slammed on the brake. So it was kind of hesitant. Like I can feel the car kind of moving forward and backward, moving forward, like accelerating and decelerating for like 3-4 times, like minutely. And then it's kind of undecisive. And then when it get really close to this Dodge, it sort of slammed on the brake, but most people do the exact same braking, but I don't. I kind of, you know, like to come to a stop gently. So yeah, I was actually I'm actually gonna release. I think I'm gonna release that video first before this one. But that video is about how to drive a Tesla, because driving it. Oh, there's another Model S right there. It's a really nice. Oh, that's a nice color. It's like a. I don't know how to explain that color. It's like a beige, green. Like it's weird color. It's an OG Tesla, the one with the nose cone thingy. But again, we're coming up to a really like a 90-degree turn right now on this road. So let's see how it does. It's following this vehicle. Now it's following this Dodge. I'm not going to touch the steering wheel, but I'm going to be really close. But it's keeping center. It's not moving about. It's dead center. So that's really good. So yeah, autopilot, man, like it's not perfect in terms of stopping for red green light. When it's green, even though there's a follow vehicle in front of me, it kind of hesitant on stopping. So I'm gonna have to run the signal. Let's see if it changes. Nope, I'm gonna have to take over. There's people waiting to turn, so I don't want to confuse them. But anyhow, yeah, green light. So when there's a follow vehicle in front of me, sometimes it just it needs to be really close for the vehicle to recognize that as a follow vehicle. Even though it shows up on the screen, it needs to be, from what I've seen, it needs to be like a good 50 feet in front of me, 50 feet or closer, so for the car to recognize that as a follow vehicle. But other than that, in terms of lane changing, as you all saw, that stretch of road, I've always had problems. But in terms of lane changing, it's phenomenal. It's just instant. You put on the signal. Once it have that, space to move in, it just goes for it. As y'all saw on my highway test, it's really confident in terms of changing lanes. So I'm really impressed with lane changing on autopilot. It's really, really good. I feel like the only thing that it's missing is that a little human element. So humans, they predict and change lane. So if the guy is like just got off, pop back on autopilot again. I'm gonna switch lanes. And there's a signal. There's no follow vehicle, so I gotta confirm. It's good. So again, yeah. In terms of autopilot changing lanes, as a human, when you're on a highway and you see a car just got on ramp and it's trying to merge without the signal, you kind of know when if he's gonna merge in or not, right? But the car doesn't really know that. But granted, so far I've seen it do it like sometimes, majority of the time it kind of predicts that it's gonna move in by the speed and the angle of the car. But again, it needs to get better at it. So that's why Elon is talking about that supercomputer that kind of computes everything for the car and predicts. So the AI, we're actually relying on AI right now, but who knows? AI can turn on us. So here, as you can see, it's actually moving closer and closer to that bus. Previously, it wasn't used to do that. It didn't used to do that. Like it used to kind of just stay put and kind of wait for the vehicle in front of me to get further. So this bus is staying here, so I'm gonna have to take it out of autopilot because there's traffic behind me, so I don't want to screw this up right see if people are gonna. Is he gonna move? Oh, that's weird. Okay, he's going. Cool. Right. So yeah, we are actually gonna have to rely on AI. Why is he putting on his hazards? He just put on his hazards a minute ago, and then now he stopped, and then he put on his hazards again. Yeah, the guy's going into a cafe. All right, he's gonna be back. He's not gonna be back in a minute. So I'm gonna have to put on the signal and change. It's actually 7:04 p.m. So people just finished work, and it's Friday too. So people just finished work, and can't wait to get home and stuff. So they're kind of. Oh, he's gonna let me go or what? Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. So I'm gonna. Actually, I can't. So I was gonna put on autopilot, but this guy was right in front of me. Don't want to take the risk. So now we're coming up to a construction zone area. So let's see how it does. It's just basically straight, but the traffic cones are kind of close. Like it's really tight through that end. So we'll see how it does. So it's recognizing traffic cones really nicely. So there's no problem. And it's still saying okay. It's green. It's red light. So obviously it's saying stopping for traffic signal. That's good. So right after this signal, there's another signal that's coming, and over there we'll just get into a neighborhood area. There is a lot of construction going on in that neighborhood area. So we're just gonna go through and see. So the signal changed, and the car realizes that there is a followed vehicle in front of me. Oh, that was really, oh, that was weird. So I didn't press the brakes. I didn't press the accelerator. The car jumped on the brakes quite hard. Thankfully, the car behind me was far away, so it's good. But that was unexpected. That was really, really bad. That's the only, like, we were going smooth, really smooth until that point. Car decided to slam on the brake. Fantastic. Good job, Tesla. That was bad. I didn't really expect it to slam on the brake that hard. But that probably caused this test to almost fail. I was gonna give it a good 60% for doing a good job. It's not perfect, but that braking almost caused it to fail the test. It wasn't bad. Before like I even pressed the accelerator pedal, it accelerated pretty quick. So I was gonna press the pedal, but then my foot was really close to pressing the pedal, but the car just went for it. But I didn't see a green a red line either. It just randomly broke. That's weird. But anyhow, we're just gonna go through. Again, it's the construction side, so let's see if I can pop it on autopilot. If not, well, I can't. So there's a car coming in front of me, so I'm gonna have to let him go. So I'm just gonna wait here. So in this neighborhood area, I'll be putting it on cruise, Tesla intelligent cruise control. So it's just gonna, it's not gonna be on autopilot, but it will be on cruise. So I won't be pressing the accelerator pedal. So let me engage that right now and increase the speed to 30. So that's it. So I'm not gonna press the pedals. Already recognizes that stop sign. I can't even see it, but the car sees it. It's it's probably on the neural net already, so the car knows that there will be a stop sign. So pretty good, not perfect, but good, because it kind of stopped way in front of the stop sign for, like, it slowed down, sped up, slow down, and then it kind of came to a complete stop. But anyway, so let's see how it does, how it does this turn. So I'm gonna turn. Really good. Wow. Usually it like slams on the brake whenever I do these turns, but let's try another turn. Oh, there's another Model S Black. Wow. Oh, by the way, this is where they filmed it, part 1 and 2. So let's put on the signal. Let's turn. Okay, it's slowing down. That's weird. So again, it's an upper rigs. I probably got lucky on that one. But let's see this one. Slowly picking up speed. Ooh. Oops. I took over because the road here, and this particular one, they carved. Ooh, wow. They carved out the road. So it's not nice. They're doing construction, like I said. It's a construction filled road. Wow. All right, now let's pop it back in cruise. Oh wow, 60. No. There's a car behind. Okay, there was a car coming in front of me. That was a fail. So I was kind of scared that it's gonna hit this infinity right here, but it didn't. I disengaged. Let's pop it back. Speed limit is 30, but again, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It needs to be able to read speed limits because it's 50. I mean, it's 30 here, but it's saying that the max is 50. I don't know where it's getting that number, but that's really bad. But yeah, navigate on autopilot, phenomenal. It was great. So again, stop, really good. Put on the signal. Yep, it's really slow. There's a car behind me, so I'm gonna have to take over. Let's see if I can put it on autopilot. Nope. It is not letting me put on autopilot. Let's see if it allows me to put on autopilot. Still no autopilot, huh? It is still not allowing me to put it on autopilot. I don't know why. It usually do in this lane right here. Okay, oops, I almost missed it. Let's see if it allows me there, because we're coming up to a really 90-degree bend. Let's see if it allows me. I have to be quick on this. Oops, nope. So let's see what it does in this 90-degree bend. Oh, it's actually slowing down. It's sped up. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, now it's on autopilot. All right, let's lower the speed a little bit, even though it's 40. Actually, let's speed up. And we're coming up to a stop sign in front of me. It's actually there's no lane lines actually, by the way, on the center. It kind of, predicting, like, it's dividing the road by itself. That's really good. I gotta take it off autopilot because I'm turning. That was a bit jerky. Actually, like, in terms of taking corners with just cruise, has gotten a little better. I gotta say, it improved a little bit. Not much, but it did improve nonetheless. So we're again coming up to a stop sign. But this one, I gotta be careful because it's just a one-way stop. The other one, there's not a four-way stop, so I gotta be careful on that one. That's another thing that I'm worried about full self-driving. What is it gonna do when it's a one-way stop? It needs to, like, go forward. It needs to have a wider enough camera for it to see. So I'm gonna take it off. It was gonna slow down either way. And in this situation, right, when there's cars, you know, moving, and the stop is only for you, and you need to like have a wider vision and take the turn, because as a human you can turn your head around and look at it, but like move your head forward and stuff. But the car, I don't know how it's gonna figure it out, but I have faith in Elon, yo, because Elon, I mean, whatever he says, like if you actually think about it for a second, you will understand. You'll see his Twitter rant, and you know he'll tweet about something, and you're like, what the heck is he saying? But pop it back on. But once you like actually go and like give it a nice look, you can, you know, you kind of get what he's saying. But yeah, in terms of autopilot, it's okay. Again, it's slowing down for no reason. It's really bad at like in terms of stop sign and red light. Red light is pretty good, but in terms of stop sign and stuff, it's not perfect. Compared to Navigator and Autopilot, it still needs a lot of work. Navigator and Autopilot, it needs a little bit of work, but regular Autopilot on like regular roads needs a lot of work before they, you know, have the city full self-driving. But yeah, I would give it a 55 for what it did. So it broke for that red light and all that little stuff, little minute thing that they need to smooth out. Nothing like major, just little things. But other than that, I love it. It's pretty good. I don't have any complaints, like any major complaints, but it just needs a little work. But yeah, that's it for this little test. Thanks for watching. If you're a new subscriber, I welcome you, and thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. It really helps me a lot. I've been seeing a lot more new subscribers. Thank you so much for all of you who subscribe to the channel, and if you're not, please become a subscriber, become a Teslonian, and join me with this electric future. And yeah, that's it. Use my referral code, by the way, if you're getting Model 3 or Model Y. You can actually get 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging if you do use it. It's really helpful, surprisingly, because you'll go up to a supercharger and you get a free charge for 1,500 kilometers. That's really good. Even though you're not going to use a supercharger, you if sometimes, you know, let's say you got to go a little further and you're about to, you know, supercharge, and when you're charging, and you're not going to get charged for it. So it's really nice. So do use my referral code. I'll leave a link down below for that. And yeah, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. This is me, Mithushan, signing out.